Prime Minister Narendra Modi hosts first ever India Central Asia Summit. China's People's Liberation Army hands over missing Arunachal youth to Indian Army. "244 cadres of 2 militant outfits lay down arms in Guwahati today. All educational institutions to reopen in Sikkim from 1st February. And BCCI announces India's ODI and T20 squads for West Indies series. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Sukanya Bharadwaj bringing you the stories in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said Central Asia is central to India's vision of an integrated and stable extended neighborhood. In his opening remarks at the India Central Asia Summit, Prime Minister Modi stated that they have similar concerns for regional security and are concerned about developments in Afghanistan. He said diplomatic relations between India and Central Asian nations have completed 30 fruitful years, and this cooperation has received many successes over this time period. The Prime Minister said giving a structure and creating an ambitious roadmap for India-Central Asia cooperation is one of the main objectives of the summit.
हमारे सहयोग ने कई सफलताएं हासिल की हैं और अब इस महत्वपूर्ण पड़ाव पर हमें आने वाले सालों के लिए एक महत्वाकांक्षी विजन परिभाषित करना चाहिए.
In a significant development, the Chinese People's Liberation Army (PLA) has handed over Arunachal youth Miram Taron to Indian Army at Wachadamai Interaction Point in Arunachal today. The 19-year-old who crossed over to the Chinese side from Upper Siang district of Arunachal Pradesh had been handed over to the Indian side after following due procedures including medical examination. This was informed by Law and Justice Minister Kiren Rijiju through his Twitter handle. He thanked Indian Army for pursuing the case meticulously with PLA and safely securing the young boy home. In Assam, 244 cadres belonging to 2 militant outfits, namely United Gorkha People's Organization (UGPO) and Tiwa Liberation Army (TLA), formally surrendered and laid down arms before Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma at a ceremonial function held at Srimanta Shankardev Kalakshetra in Guwahati. 77 TLA cadres and 169 UGPO cadres has surrendered today. Both the militant organizations deposited 277 different types of arms, grenades, along with 720 rounds of ammunition before the authority. In today's ceremony, one-time financial grant of 1.5 lakh rupees each was distributed to the members of 5 former militant organizations for their rehabilitation.
We are able to bring back another 2 militant outfit back to the mainstream. With this now, there is no tribal groups who are in jungle. Now everybody is in mainstream, and we can proudly say that era of tribal militancy is now over in Assam. However, we have few more issues to be resolved, like dialogue with Alpha, return of KLU activists. So we are pursuing those two groups also positively, and we hope that at some point of time we will be able to bring them to negotiating table also.
Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma chaired the cabinet meet held today at Janata Bhavan in Guwahati. Several key decisions were taken during the meet. Health Minister Keshav Mahanta along with Education Minister Dr. Ranuj Pegu informed media regarding the decisions. It includes discontinuing the practice of felicitation and offering gifts to chief ministers, ministers and senior officials during official functions. Chief Minister's car kit will now be limited to 6 cars within Kamrup Metro and 12 in other areas. Meanwhile, District Day will be observed by all districts on the date of notification for district creation. Further, it was informed that budget session of Assam Legislative Assembly will commence on 14th March, while municipal elections will be scheduled and conducted by State Election Commission before 10th March.
District date দিদিনাখন হ'ব এই সম্বৰ্ধনা অনুষ্ঠানত গাৰ্জিয়ান মিনিষ্টাৰ গাৰ্জিয়ান সেক্ৰেটাৰী
Mizoram Governor Haribabu Kambhampati inaugurated the 57th National and 26th International Conference of the Indian Academy of Applied Psychology. During his address in the event hosted by Clinical Psychology Department of Mizoram University, he congratulated the faculties for organizing extremely relevant workshops on mental well-being to prepare people for the COVID-19 situation. On this occasion, Governor Kambhampati also released a souvenir to commemorate the conference. In the inaugural function, Professor V. Suvendran, Secretary of IAAP, gave a report which was followed by a presidential address by Professor M.V. Raju. Now we take a short break. We will be back with more news. Stay tuned.
अरे वाह, लेजेंड की बैट? इससे तो मैं खेलूंगा। फ्यूचर बैटिंग लेजेंड है।
इसमें जिसका नाम लिखा है, बैट उसी को मिलेगी।
अरे यार,
देखा, अगर इस पे मेरा नाम नहीं लिखा होता तो कितनी दिक्कत हो जाती। इसलिए आरबीआई कहता है, बैंक अकाउंट हो या बैंक लॉकर, उसमें नॉमिनी का नाम जरूर दर्ज करें, ताकि आपकी जमा पूंजी उसी को मिले जिसे आपने नामित किया है।
आरबीआई कहता है, जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma reviewed various proposals today with Health Minister James Sangma. This includes proposals for development of new sub-centers under Pradhan Mantri Ayushman Bharat Infrastructure Mission and the 15th Finance Commission. Discussions were also held regarding the upgradation work of health facilities under MHSSP Phase 2 of World Bank India. The Chief Minister informed this through his Twitter handle. Sikkim government in a notification has announced that all state government, government-aided and private educational institutions, universities, colleges and hostels will reopen from 1st February. Heads of institutions have been instructed to complete all academic activities of the current academic year, including annual examinations, within February 18th, following all COVID guidelines and protocols. It is further instructed that as per the convenience of institutions, attendance on 50% basis or use of multiple classrooms for maintaining safe distance may be adopted. In Meghalaya, Education Minister Lakmen Rimwe has said the Education Department will frequently review whether to resume offline classes for schools in Shillong. Rimwe said the department has already issued a notification that stated that online classes will continue for schools in Shillong in view of the prevailing COVID-19 situation. The Education Minister informed that offline classes for class 1 to 12 in rural areas are allowed. He also stressed that students need offline education and classroom education must return. He said board examination will be held as scheduled.
We have already issued, the Education Department has already issued the notification yesterday, taking into consideration of this prevailing situation in the state. This we have.
BCCI has announced the Indian squads for the upcoming one-day international and T20 series against West Indies at home. Team India are set to play 3 ODIs from 6th of next month at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, and T20 is at Eden Gardens in Kolkata from 16th of next month. Rohit Sharma, who missed India's tour of South Africa due to an injury, returns to lead the ODI squad and the T20 squad. Former captain Virat Kohli is part of both the ODI and T20 squads for the West Indies series. Meanwhile, KL Rahul has been rested from the series. Air India has been officially handed over to the Tata Sons today. Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia said it is noteworthy that the disinvestment process of Air India has been brought to a successful conclusion in a time-bound manner. This proves that government's ability and the resolve to carry out disinvestment effectively in non-strategic sectors in the future. Scindia extended his best wishes to the new owner, saying that he is confident that the airline will bloom under Tata Sons' wings and pave way for thriving and robust civil aviation industry in India. Health Minister Manshukh Mandavia today said Central Drug Standard Control Organization has granted market approval for COVID-19 vaccines Covishield and Covaxin for use in adult population. This has been done with certain conditions. Under the conditions, firms shall submit data of ongoing clinical trials and vaccines to be supplied for programmatic setting on a regular basis. In the COVID-19 update from the Northeast, Arunachal Pradesh has reported 3,309 active cases, even as discharged cases stands at 57,199. The tally for the dead is 284. In Assam, the active cases caseload is 36,063, while the cured cases account for 6,61,084. The death toll is 6,359. With 3,744 active cases, Manipur has notched up 1,25,561 released cases, even as the death toll touched 2,034. Meghalaya has recorded 2,494 active cases, even as dismissed cases caseload is 85,556. The tally for the dead is 1,503. With a caseload of 12,703 active cases, Mizoram has reported 1,52,367 discharged cases, even as the dead account for 591, with 828 active cases. Nagaland has reported 32,412 cured cases. The death toll is 708. Sikkim has 1,928 active cases, followed by 35,186 discharged cases, even as tally for the dead is 425. Reporting 7,108 active cases, Tripura has 91,501 cured cases. The tally for the dead is 885. To end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hosts first ever India Central Asia Summit. China's People's Liberation Army hands over missing Arunachal youth to Indian Army. "244 cadres of 2 militant outfits laid down arms in Guwahati today. All education institutions to reopen in Sikkim from 1st February. And BCCI announces India's ODI and T20 squads for West Indies series. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.